not a big star like that. You talking about
he just on the side.
Just like a little small little joint like up because I was up close to the stage. It wasn't that big where I could see it far away. That's funny. You thought it like Birdman stuff. No. No, not that big. Not that big. Since which we're mentioning Birdman, let's talk about the Kendrick Lamar. Stacey, you exhausted from this conversation, I'm assuming, right?
Perception versus reality that's my thesis.
My question is, if it's your job right now, Stacey, I'm not saying that they're gonna work in marketing, doing social media things, but let's say in this world you have to hire someone, or Scott, you have to hire someone that's working under you or working with you to get this project done. But if they don't do it right, you may get fired, or it's all on you because you the one that brought them in. Would you pick Lil Wayne for that position?
No, man, him and that cup gotta go.
That's my bottom line.
Him and that cup.
Because people are like, do it for the culture. I was like, okay. And what you know what'll happen is
he already got a history of not showing up to rehearsal.
Exactly. And he'll do it for the culture. He'll come out there half leaned, half drunk, like he was at the WrestleMania, slurring his words where they had to cut him off in the middle of his performance. And then people will be laughing like, oh, that's funny. Blah, 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 blah. And that ain't what the Super Bowl halftime show needs to be.
We don't need
and everybody be like, oh, dang, that's messed up how Wayne was acting. But y'all wanted it for the culture, supposedly for the culture.
Yeah, send that nigga to the All-Star.
Go ahead, Stacey.
It's perception versus reality. So what everyone has decided is that because Jay-Z runs the NFL halftime show, right? That's his job, is that he's in charge of everything NFL halftime show, right? So because Jay-Z is in charge of the NFL halftime show, he decided that he was going to pick Kendrick Lamar because he likes Kendrick. Now, he likes Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne's artist is Drake, and Drake and Kendrick are beefing. And because of that, Jay-Z said, I'm just going to say, fuck it. I don't care that Lil Wayne's from New Orleans. I don't care that he said that he wanted to do it. I don't care that he said that he is working on new music so that he can be here. I'm just going to pick Kendrick. Fuck it. Because I can. That is not what the fuck happens. Period. At all. It wasn't how Rihanna was chosen. It wasn't how, when they were in LA, how that was happening. The NFL sends a list of artists to the whole city. The whole city looks at the list of artists and decides who they want, and then they give it back to the NFL for approval. So there was a list. New Orleans got it. New Orleans said, we don't want Lil Wayne, but we'll take Kendrick.
Because you got the Louisiana Festival, I think, November.
The Hot Boys reunion.
Why would they want to have it twice? Why would the city want it twice?
Wayne doesn't have stadium music. Stadium music, basically.
Yeah.
And most of them, if he does, they features.
And that's the key. Ding, ding, ding. You answered the questions right there. That's why all these Negroes is mad, because they thought they was gonna be a part of Lil Wayne and Friends. Yeah. That's your answer right there. You just said it right there, Scott. Because they're features, so you gotta bring who? The person that song it is.
Yeah, you gotta bring Khaled and all them.
Lil Wayne was not getting the Super Bowl. Period. Like, even if he didn't have a drug problem, he wasn't getting the Super Bowl. Even with Dre and Snoop and 50 Cent and Eminem and all of them, you had to bring all of them together. You couldn't just pick Dre. You couldn't just have Snoop. You could probably do Snoop now because he's America's, uncle now.
America's sweetheart.
But Lil Wayne was never going to be able to have that whole halftime show to himself. That just was never going to happen. And I know that the rap community is going to be upset at that. It's the Super Bowl. They got mad at Janet Jackson's nipple. You think they let blonde-haired Lil Wayne on that stage? And blonde-haired Lil Wayne don't even remember the lyrics that black-haired dread Lil Wayne did. You don't even remember.
I got Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for phenomenal.
It wasn't going to happen. Could he be a part of it?
Yeah, he can do the pregame.
Yeah, he can do something. I mean, look, it's Super Bowl, and now our Super Bowl halftime show, Lil Wayne. I like him long hair, thick, red bone. No, but
don't forget the second part. What's the second part of that we can't put on national TV?
Yep. Open up her legs. You can't even make that family.
You can't say now a Millie. He probably could have played around with that.
Or 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yep, exactly. So there are some
Officer maybe
that he could have played around with, but no.
How long do you get? 20 minutes? Is it 15 or 20?
No, it's 8 to 13 minutes.
Ah, 13 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, 8 to 13 minutes. Like they just do so much in that time. But Lil Wayne wasn't getting it. That's just it. And Kendrick, I don't think Kendrick is doing it by himself, is he?
They haven't said.
Like, I don't think
it's just Kendrick.
Like he's
but they haven't said anything though. People are like jumping out the window.
I don't think that
and it's gonna be Black History Month. Kendrick gonna put on the show. You already know he's gonna come out to all right. It's Grambling and Southern on that.
But I still don't think that he's gonna have the whole show to himself either, though. Like, there's got to be some more people that are.
He's gonna bring SZA out. They're gonna do that Black Panther song.
Yeah, some people have to come out.
From Black Panther soundtrack.
Highlight of all of this.
Now, if you really want to shit on Drake, he'd bring out Rihanna and Beyonce.
He can do Loyalty. He can do Loyalty
and then Beyonce for Freedom, and just be like, "Yo, this you could never do this, Drake."
It's gonna be a political like a type thing, yeah. Well, the election will be over by then.
Like the highlight of all of this is that this decision had Jay Electronica tweeting. I'll say this: Jay Electronica.
5% gibberish going on in there, and a lot of NOI gibberish that people may not understand and know in there. But his points were salient, though. The main one was like, y'all be talking real slick about all these black men, but y'all don't talk bad about them white folks at all. That was what I got as the full theory.
That's exactly it. He said, you don't say shit about Jimmy Iovine. You don't say shit about Lyor Cohn. So, like I said, yeah, there's a lot to dig through, but his points were valid. Y'all mad at Jay for the last for this Super Bowl, and he hasn't been in charge all this time. And it's like all these other white men who are over these companies who have been, I mean, we know what they do, but we're not mad at them. But you're mad at Jay. And again, and that's unfounded because you're mad at him for a decision that he's a part of a committee.
But you remember they was mad at Jay for taking that job.
Yeah.
Remember when
they always mad at him.
I ain't gonna front. I had a kind of tepid thing with him taking it at first.
Yeah.
I think that's because of Colin Kaepernick. I think because at that time. So and we were. I think as overall everybody was like. What's this?
Like Jay out here cooning.
I didn't say all that. But this is another thing that I thought about. Hey, baby, wasn't you just shooting that Lil Wayne about over 10 years ago? But now you defending him? I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions. Don't you owe that man some money still? Just asking questions. But now you all about putting it on Gladys.
Miss Gladys,
you go make sure something happened. You put it on
Gladys. When you say Miss Gladys.
Yeah, whatever, baby. Ain't nobody. Look, man, Baby is an abomination, and we've let this man proliferate hip hop for this long. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And I know people may get mad when I say this. And Stacey, you said later on people be mad. But hey, Baby is horrible for rap music. Every up and down. He's not good for it. He's like Suge Knight of the South. If you look at his track record, he's maybe worse.
It should have been fuck nobody out their contracts, did he? He was just
I mean, first of all, he played up grad school pledges blood at 40. I didn't even know you could do that. That you could pledge grad school blood at 40 years of age. Then he's literally taking money from almost every one of his artists. Every one of them.
Hey, I saw the tweet. Somebody said, where he didn't have Twitter when Drake was getting dragged.
Him and Nicki. They said him and Nicki.
That's what they said. And real shit, they was quiet as fuck. Very quiet.
Kendrick performing in your turf.
But I think that they didn't come at Kendrick directly is because even though this may sound weird, I think Jay was an easier target than Kendrick. Because he works for them and he stays. Yeah, you instead of because if you came at Kendrick, he wouldn't give a fuck, and then he got a song out by you at 9 o'clock at night, and then now you're embarrassed for a whole week and a half. But Jay ain't gonna really come back at you. He doing the corporate stuff, he doing whatever. Baby think he really gonna be in corporate meetings. Ain't no Procter & Gamble thinking about, what? You know who we needed in this meeting? Birdman. Get Birdman in here with us at Procter & Gamble. Hey, Nike, you know who we thought? Where's Birdman at? We forgot Baby. We need him in on this meeting, in this corporate meeting. None of that stuff. Baby is only about raping other artists. He ain't doing no other corporate stuff but taking money from other artists.
He had that meeting with Lugs.
I would say Lugs. Call Lugs and get him out of there.
Is Lugs even still alive as a company?
Lugs was popping for like 1 year in high school.
Oh, they got an official website. Their website's still up.
Then they started making tennis shoes.
So they started in 93. They still going on right now. Okay.
I mean,
somebody.
Now, hold on. So the Birdman 10th anniversary.
They only sell them in Burlington.
With 2014, they released the 10th anniversary of the Birdman signature lugs by releasing the new Birdman shoe, low and mid top, and that was in 2014. So maybe Birdman is in those meetings. He's in those lugs meetings. I'm sorry, Birdman. I didn't understand your corporate capabilities. But my thing is that he could talk all that street shit to Jay because Jay not playing that street shit no more. Is my point overall.
Yeah, it's corporate time.
Yeah. You can say it's on Gladys and we gonna get it together and make sure it's right. Okay, let me see what you gonna do. What you gonna do?
These the corporate
like what you gonna do like physically, but what you gonna do corporately? Because that's what this game is now.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about fighting in the French Quarter. We talking about what you gonna do. You claim you gonna do something. What you gonna do, baby?
Yeah, no. we pussy.
Yeah, we pussy.
Tell Miss Gladys that.
Man, if my grandma was, oh, not my grandma, but my grandma would say it too, but I don't know if she got it from what's the Robert Townsend movie? His first movie,
Hollywood
Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle. But before I was signed to Birdman, it's always work at the post office. Or on top of that, if Birdman wanted to sign me, it's got to be other labels that want to sign me. I ain't got to sign the Birdman. It ain't worth it. Yeah. There's a lot of labels like that. It's not just Birdman, but still. Let me get off my soapbox. I'm sorry, y'all. I know all the cash money fans scattered around the country that feel Lil Wayne.
Let Wayne do the Bayou Classic and just chill out.
Nigga, he is Essence Fest.
Oh, yeah. I just had Essence Fest. He was mad about that.
Why nobody ain't help trying to bump for Turk? They just did him dirty at the Essence Fest. Nobody was sitting out here talking about them.
That's why Wayne didn't perform with him. Cause he was like, Turk ain't here, I ain't doing
Right, but I'm talking about baby. I'm talking about baby himself. I'm talking about acting like, man. And Nicki Minaj, she just wanted to make sure she get up on stage. That was what she was about. She was like, Starships was calling for it at that show.
And the crazy thing is, Nicki might have fucked her chance. She probably could have an opportunity for a future Super Bowl.
I mean, well, that's another. I think Nicki's messing her own career up. That's a whole nother topic in itself. But yeah, that's just people, folks. Just like Stacey said, it's just chill, man. Like, we don't know what the show gonna look like. Nothing like that. And don't be masking y'all Drake haters too. One more thing. Y'all Drake fans, don't be masking this as part of your agenda on the back end. Man, why Wayne ain't performing? Knowing you, that's all the reason you're doing this because kids.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.